In this video, I'll be sharing my online side hustles I tried out that weren't successful to hopefully save you some time and money. I've always been interested in finding ways to earn money online, and one of the main reasons I wanted to start this channel was to continue to explore different avenues to do so, and then share my failures and successes. Now, I've already documented creating a print-on-demand shop that wasn't successful, and then you've seen me day trade and lose a bunch of money that way. But there are a handful of other videos I started to make that didn't end up working out for various reasons. And usually it's fine if my experiments fail, because the point isn't for it to just be successful, it's to give it a solid Boy Scout try and then share the results either way. But with the ones I'm about to talk about, I either hit a roadblock and I didn't know what else to try, and yet it still felt incomplete as a video, or for other reasons I just decided to not pursue it further. So without any more blabbing, let's just get into it. Over a year ago, before I even launched this channel, I started filming a 0 to 10K challenge series. Let's play that clip. In this video series, I'm gonna start with $0 and try to turn it into $10,000 using just my laptop and an internet connection. And of course, this really is no easy feat. I started doing online surveys and promos, earning almost $60, which I then used to buy a call option on eBay, and again with AMD. This brought my total up to $104.25, which I then used to sign up for Webull to get 2 free stocks. I then worked my way up to $157 and decided to try and create a digital project to sell. So I decided that I'm gonna do something that I already know how to do well, which is create photo editing presets for Lightroom. I spent about a week working on them and creating ads, but I ended up not receiving any sales whatsoever. I also started getting free stocks from referring people to Webull, and I didn't want that to influence the challenge, nor did I feel like doing a bunch of trading with the $100 account on another brokerage, so I kind of left the challenge there and I haven't really revisited it since. I'd still love to give it another go, even though it is really challenging. It's also pretty fun to try and get creative and see what may be possible with very little. But for now, it's in the video graveyard. All right, this one started off kind of fun, so let's roll that footage. I would bet good money that you've probably seen this thumbnail before. Or maybe you've even put this channel on while you were working or studying, because I know I have. There's definitely been a wave of popularity with these background music, relaxation type channels. And so what I wanna know is, how hard is it to start a channel like this? And is it a good way to make some relatively passive income? Let's find out. So I created these longer form chill videos, but then I wanted to go live and turn it into one of those 24/7 YouTube radio stations. So I dusted off my old PC, plugged it into the router, and went about setting up a live stream. For music, I signed up for Epidemic Sound because they have a lot of lo-fi hip-hop tracks, which is the genre I was going for. I then got a looping graphic, and then for simplicity, I found Epidemic songs on Spotify and made a playlist. Since I had a license for YouTube, I figured this would work well. Okay, so my live stream has been running now since the 29th of June, and right now it's July 1st, so it's been running for like 2.5 days or so. And so far, no views other than myself, no new subscribers, nothing like that. It's been pretty uneventful. And then my stream started getting shut down for copyright. I guess Epidemic might not clear the songs for live stream or something like that. I tried researching it, but I couldn't find a clear answer. Now, I thought the live stream would encourage YouTube to rank my channel higher in the search results, but when it was running, it didn't really seem to do so whatsoever. My 3 videos never really got views, and of course, I could have maybe hired someone on Fiverr to create more and more videos until I had a massive library on my channel, but I didn't really want to invest money into it and decided to move on to other projects. Next, I decided to start an Etsy shop selling digital goods, again, Lightroom presets. The problem is the niche is very crowded, especially on Etsy, but what's interesting is one of the top sellers has over 80,000 sales of their presets, which is over $400,000 in mostly all profit. So if you can just get a slice of those customers for yourself, it could be a pretty decent source of passive income. Now, to give me a little boost, I also ordered a gig from a Fiverr seller who promised to boost my listing in Etsy's SEO. And he did, but not for my ideal keywords. It all depends on the age of your shop, how competitive the keywords you want to rank for are, and other metrics I probably don't even know about. And I even started Etsy ads, which I should continue to test because it's obviously not working. I have 1,500 views of my ad and 0 clicks. So it means I haven't spent any money, but I also haven't made any money. It's been over 6 months. I have only 200 visits to my shop and $0 in revenue. This is something I may continue to try and test and see if I can crack the code to see if I can at least start getting some sales, but as of now, it's a pretty big fail. The good news though is I was able to use all the assets I made when creating presets for my 0 to 10K challenge, so I haven't had to spend any more money outside of the $73.50 I spent on the Fiverr gig, and it didn't really take a whole lot of time either. Next up, I tried online poker. I know a lot of you will say it's just gambling, but while there is luck involved,
Lady Fortune is your boss!
There definitely is an element of skill as well.
All in.
I actually used to play online poker in my early 20s and managed to pay my rent a few times, but it's been over 10 years since I've played, so I'm a little bit rusty. It's been hard to find sites that allow US players since it's kind of a legal gray area, and I did find one that allowed me to deposit via Bitcoin, and I started playing. I was definitely a bit rusty, so it took me a while to find my groove, and even then I wasn't consistently winning. I did some more research and it sounded like on this platform there were a lot of bots, and after a little bit more research it sounded like this may not be a legal gray area and instead just be straight up illegal, which while I think it's ridiculous, I also didn't want to make a video about doing something illegal, so I decided to call it quits. I transferred my $260 remaining in my account back to Bitcoin and took an L of about $240. So let's rewind back to 2013. I was learning about internet marketing and different ways people were making money online, so I decided to try out affiliate marketing. My first attempt was a website called autoquoted.com, and the idea was to have articles about different types of car insurance and then list out the different insurance companies with referral links. The idea here was I knew insurance companies did have pretty generous referral programs so that it would justify the work involved with the website. I ordered a Fiverr gig to get an SEO optimized article written for $10. I asked them to write an article with tips about finding and comparing the best auto insurance rates. My online keywords I wanted to target were buy car insurance online and get auto insurance quotes. It ended up being one of those pretty generic articles you find on pretty generic sites like the one I wanted to start. I ordered a total of 10 articles from a handful of different sellers and then posted them to my site. Now, since it was so long ago, I'm not 100% sure if I ran Google ads for this site or not, or just relied on SEO, but what I am sure of is I didn't generate any traffic or money. What I learned from this is actually one of the most important lessons about starting something like this. You'll be a lot more happy and likely more successful if you're working on something that you actually enjoy working on for the sake of it, not for the money. I couldn't have cared less about auto insurance, and thus I had no desire to spend more time or money on it when my first attempt failed. Now, compare that to me and my wife starting a YouTube channel about photography. We love photography and have fun making videos about it, so not only were we okay with it not being instantly profitable, which is an unrealistic expectation to have anyways, but our love and passion showed through in our videos, and that played a role in helping it become successful. So just because these experiments didn't initially work out for me, it doesn't mean that it won't work out for you. I try to approach these experiments as someone who isn't an expert in any given area, but rather give a more realistic expectation for how the average person can expect these online side hustles to turn out for themselves. So if you're really good at SEO or running Facebook ads or graphic design, you can leverage these talents to give you a leg up on the competition. I failed a lot trying out different things, and while I always try to learn from the failures, I also have found that the things that end up being most successful for me are the things that I truly enjoy doing. Now, if there's an experiment from this video that you want to see me kickstart and try again, let me know in the comments below and I'll definitely consider it. If you would do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button on this video, it'll really help this channel out, and consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.